It's Transformers96 here with a quick video. This is just going to be my predictions for the exclusives of for Comic-Con San Diego 2016. So yeah, so these are just my predictions, or in some cases hopes, basically, for the exclusive figures. Usually they do 3 to 4 exclusive figures. We just had a round of exclusive figures come out from a toy fair, and so some of those may affect my judgment or my guesses as far as which will be exclusive figures at Comic-Con. So yeah, so let's get into it. So first of all, my first guess as an exclusive figure would be an unmasked Kylo Ren. Of course, with exclusive figures, they can't be too hard for Hot Toys to make. Usually they have reused parts, or if they don't have reuse, 90% of the time they have some sort of reused parts. But I think that this would be a perfect one because obviously the majority of the figures reused for them. They would just need to completely sculpt a new head. But I think that just head sculpt alone would bring people in, and it would be also very cool to get like some snow, coloring like on the bottom of his kind of skirt area. That would be really nice, as well as of course a burnt Darth Vader helmet. Kylo Ren was an excellent figure that they did. I have it and I really love it. However, it was sorely lacking in the accessories department, especially when it came with an ab driver head sculpt. So that is definitely something that I would like to see them do. So that's my first guess, as well as in the last set of exclusives that they did just a couple days ago, or yesterday actually. There was, actually I take that back. I was gonna say there was no Star Wars figure, but there actually was. Never mind. All right, and then now one thing that I'm pretty sure about is that we will get some sort of Suicide Squad exclusive. I think that their Comic-Con, they're gonna focus on Suicide Squad, obviously being the next movie to be released, a very hotly anticipated movie, and a movie that has a ton of characters, especially characters that Hot Toys really does like to make different versions of. So I definitely think we're going to get either a Joker or Harley Quinn. If I had to guess, though, I would guess that we'd get a Harley Quinn instead of Joker, just because with their toy fair they had an exclusive Arkham Asylum Joker. So I would like to see a Harleen Quinzel Harley Quinn. They obviously, if they wanted to do a variation of Harley Quinn, they could go with her inmate costume, or the dress that she wears. And I believe it's going to be a flashback, or at least earlier on in the film with the Joker. I don't know if we're going to get that dress Harley Quinn. I think that there is a decent chance that we will get the inmate costume one, though. But I would like to see a Harleen Quinzel costume. They could go with 2 different ways, just her in her regular clothes, on the motorcycle there, which is what I have the picture of. I doubt that they do that, and what I prefer and what I think that they do, if they would make her, is do her in her, kind of doctor uniform while she's working at Arkham. And interviewing Joker and things like that. That would be an excellent figure to get. Just figure itself it's unique, so that's nice, but it would be a great figure to get to be a companion piece to that Arkham Asylum Joker, because obviously she does interview him while he's in the straitjacket and everything, so that would be just an amazing set to have. So I'd really like to see that. If they do a Joker, or sometimes they do 4 exclusives, so if they did have an extra slot, I think that the Joker that they would go with would be the Tuxedo Joker. That would be a great one to get, and I hope that it would have a newly designed head sculpt as compared to the Arkham Joker. That's one thing, like, I'm willing to buy multiple versions of both Joker and Harley Quinn. However, the one thing I do not want is the same head sculpt on them all. I definitely want them to come with a different head sculpt, or they can come with the same head sculpt, but then include another head sculpt that's laughing or something that makes it different, because I'm fine getting a bunch of different versions, but I want them to be different in the head sculpt department for sure. And then lastly, I mean, this is kind of a given in Iron Legion armor. Any exclusive sets, they're going to have some sort of Iron Man representation, and in Iron Legion is obviously the easiest one to do, and it's the one figure that we know that they absolutely are making, because with the exclusives that they just showed for Toy Fair, one of them was Disco, and in one of Disco's images you can see Jack in the background. So the reason I think that Jack will be the exclusive is just because they just showed him. Obviously he could be a regular release, but usually with the armors that are just pieces from other armors, usually those are exclusives. So I would think that this would be an exclusive figure. It would make sense, and it would be out just about at Halloween time in the US, so that's kind of a perfect time for it to come out. Jack is actually kind of a cool armor. It's not one that I'd get, I don't think, but it is kind of neat. I'm not 100% sure the breakdown of where his parts are from, but I think the head is obviously from Heartbreaker. I think the legs are as well, and the arms could be. If not, though, they're from Shotgun, I think. And then the top of the torso is from the Mark 7, and the bottom of the torso, I think, is also from Shotgun, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But overall, I like it. You know, it has that Halloween feel, which is quite cool. So there's my guesses for the Comic-Con exclusives. Let me know what you guys think of my guesses, as well as what are your own guesses. I think Jack's a given, and I think either Harley Quinn or Joker's a given. Kylo Ren, you know, I don't know about that. The third one might be different, but I think for sure we're going to get Jack, and we're either going to get Harley or Joker. In what costume, I'm not 100% sure, but I would guess the Harleen Quinzel costume or the tuxedo costume for Joker. So there you go. Those are my guesses. Thanks so much for watching.